But first,
Oh, my
Dave
favorite.
Banta.
I love Dave Banta. I heard about your
Wake
droid
up.
last week.
Wake up, David. Oh, you heard about
yeah,
that?
yeah. I was like, yes, I have my fancy droid here.
I noticed.
I love my droid.
Dave Banta, award-winning recording engineer, producer, and software instructor. He's here with his Dave Banta's home recording studio tips and advice how to make your recording projects run smoother and sound better. We'll begin the show in 60 seconds. Stay tuned. As Sam Brown's For the Record continues, we are, as always, what?
We are more than just
There you go.
talk.
More than just talk.
You're listening to Sam Brown's For the Record on KPFK 90.7 FM Los Angeles, 98.7 Santa Barbara, 93.7 San Diego, and 99.5 Ridgecrest and China Lake. Listen live worldwide at www.kpfk.org. Okay, so Sam, we're talking about the future of computing and how everything is changing. Is your mic on, Sam? Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, Grammy Award-winning engineer.
Yeah, what most people that are listening don't know is for the last 3 years, I've sat in the room with you guys around the table, and now I'm actually sitting in the producer's booth
Mr. Producer.
like Razan
producer.
Frazier. So I'm trying to run the board here, for the
Yes.
second time.
Yeah, but
You're
you know
taking the
what?
hits.
You know what? I got you doing that because I know you can chew gum.
Hey, if
And-
you're looking for a blooper, listen up.
walk and tie your shoes at the same time. Most people cannot tie their shoes and walk at the same time, but I know you can.
I probably could, yeah. I probably could. So we're
You
talking
ever try
about...
doing that
No.
as a kid? Remember?
No.
You'd be walking in your shoelace instead of stopping and bending over. You'd keep
Yes.
walking and bend over and try to tie it.
Yeah,
And
no.
at some point you go, you know what? There's a reason I don't see other people doing this.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what we're talking about. Here's what we're talking about. Our telephones or our cell phones helping us in our home recording experience for people that are recording at home, making music on their computer or whatever. The first thing I have to
Oh,
say...
yes. And you
No, but
dissed me
Sam-
last week, man.
No, but wait,
I heard
but wait,
that.
Sam, wait. I gotta tell you, I've been reading up on the web. Computer processing power is doubling in speed every 12 to 18 months, depending upon where you read about it. So that means
and net neutrality.
and every 12 to 18 months, that means it doubles, which means it increases at the rate it increases. So if you have 1 gigahertz processor to this year, next year you'll have 2 gigahertz. The year after you'll have 4 gigahertz. Then you'll have 8 gigahertz, and it increases at the rate that it increases. So computers, if you go and buy a $400 laptop, are way faster than most people need them. I mean, if you're just doing your email and your office stuff, you do not need an 8-core CPU.
I beg to differ.
I don't
I
know.
beg to.
Okay. I got a cell phone. You guys dissed me
Yeah.
about it. I was, you know what that cell phone can do?
What?
Make a
phone
call.
calls.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
and
here's
text.
what-
I
here's
text
what my
LaFern
cell
this
phone can
evening.
do.
That's it.
Here's
$20.
Here's what my cell phone can do. It has a dual core processor, 1 gigahertz, with 1 gig of RAM. Sam, it's faster, way faster than your computer.
You
I'm
can.
that you're
jealous.
recording on.
I'm not talking about
You're
the
on-
computer. I'm talking about the cell phone, baby.
But here's the deal. I just got, it's in my car. We're on radio, so I didn't bring it in. A docking station. It's got a multimedia docking station, which is a little tray that sits in the side of my hand, and it has 3 USB ports and a high def port on it.
I love it.
So what I do is I take this little tray and I plug in a printer, a mouse, and a keyboard, maybe an external drive, and a USB device. Then I plug the HD output into my high-def TV, be it 32-inch or 40-inch, and boom, my cell phone is now a completely functioning desktop.
I love it.
This is the future of recording because it's not when are we going to be making records and soundtracks on our phone. It's not if, it's when. When are we going to be doing it? And I got to tell you, Barry Rudolph, who's got 30 platinum.
We've had
He
Barry
was
here.
on. He was on the show about a month and a half ago, and he's the one that put the seed in my head because he was talking about using the iPhone to record. Now, this is what I want to tell people. The future of recording is going to, all our desktops are shrinking down to the size of telephones. We're going to carry our desktop around in our pocket. When you get to work, you're going to dock it. It's going to plug into the network to a big monitor, keyboard and mouse. It's going to be like a desktop. If I go to your house, I can plug this in and it'll act like an external drive on Mac or PC. So my phone doesn't need any software for that either.
Let me ask you a quick question real quick.
Yeah.
I used to ask this question when people were telling me about the new Neve and the new SSL and all the new whiz-bang things, you know.
Yeah, that makes
back
your
in
life
the 80s,
easier.
and I'd say, does it write hits?
No. But here's what it can do.
Because Carole King and Neil Diamond and the Beatles and all those people didn't have that.
And enable
and they wrote songs that are still making $2 or $3 million a year today.
I'm not talking about writing hit songs. Here's some simple things.
I am.
Here's some simple things right
What's
now.
the point if you ain't doing
It
that?
can.
Here's some
There are
this can help you.
possibilities.
This can help you. For one thing, you know you can get an iPhone 3G now for $49 because they build the factory to make the iPhone, and then they sell all these iPhones, and the factory's still there, and now they're really cheap to make. Simple software that you can get for an iPhone can range from a guitar or bass tuner or to a metronome for free. So if I buy myself a $49 iPhone 3G, I can download like a metronome or a guitar tuner or a bass tuner. Some of the other things it can do, one of the companies that's cutting edge on using the iPhone to create music is IK Multimedia. And if you go to www.ikmultimedia.com, you'll see there they have some incredible stuff. This is what Barry Rudolph started talking about and got the seed.
I'm
They
still
have a
going
thing-
with the songs.
They have four things I want to mention quick. They have a thing called an iRig, which is a little hardware adapter that you plug into your phone, and then you plug your guitar into the phone, and it comes with software that sounds like a guitar amp, either a Fender amp or a Marshall amp. So if you're just sitting somewhere in the hallway at Musicians Institute and you got your iPhone and the headphones
You
and
can
your
do it.
guitar, you can plug it in. And
The
it
world
sounds-
is yours.
It sounds like you're playing through a guitar amp.
And if you don't play guitar?
Well, there's other things. There's a thing called an iMic. They have a $60 condenser microphone that plugs directly into your iPhone, and it comes with software that adds effects to your vocals, which are like reverbs and choruses and echoes, to make it sound nice. So
You mean make you sound in tune?
they
you
actually do
sing
have
into it.
Intune software on there too,
yeah,
tuning software on
okay.
there. So they have the iMic for $60, which lets you plug a mic into your phone and you can listen and put vocal effects on it. They have the iRig for $40 that lets you plug a guitar into the phone, and it has some basic guitar amps. And then two more things. They have a software called Vocal Live, and for $20, if you have the iMic and you plug a microphone into your iPhone and you spend $20 on this Vocal Live, you actually get 4 tracks of recording with nice effects. So while you're recording or jamming on your phone, you can record up to 4 tracks. Likewise, if you get the iRig for the guitar, for $20, you can get Amplitude with 4 tracks of recording. So now here you are in the hallway at MI. You plug your guitar into your iPhone. You're listening to it like it's a guitar amp through the headphones, and you're recording tracks and saving them. And then when you get back home, you can dump them into your computer and use them on a song. So it's beginning. It's actually
I've never
beginning.
written a song in anybody's hallway.
It's
Well, you need to get out in the world,
it's
Sam.
No,
I
I'm there
taught
on
it at my
business.
free-
I'm
I-
going to where I gotta go.
The reason I say that is I taught it at MI for a year, and there were kids in the hallway with laptops just making beats. all
Yeah,
over
I
the
know.
place.
I know.
So that's why I use that reference. But that's what I wanted to talk about is desktop computers are becoming the size of cell phones. Right now, they're already here. In 2 to 3 years, you're going to be carrying around your desktop in your pocket. When you get to work, you're going to dock it. It's going to be like a desktop. When I get to your house, I'm going to dock it. It's going to be like a desktop. And that's the future of computer recording and home recording.
All right, David, and we can get a hold of you if they need more information. And I'm just busting your cojones because because I love you, and I love technology, but you can't get away from certain basics. With all of the equipment, if you're a screenwriter or a writer, it's not going to give you an idea on how to craft a novel or a book.
Right,
No,
but
but
it can aid you.
How's it gonna aid you?
It's aiding you to
Sam,
If
do
you know how to
more.
write and
Sam.
spell, you could write it in
Sam,
longhand.
You can walk into the music store and spend $50 on a guitar tuner and $50 on a metronome, or you could buy an iPhone for $49 and download software for free that does both.
I wouldn't recommend somebody getting a microphone and a metronome if they can't play or sing.
Well,
I'd say
hey,
go get some lessons.
hello,
gotta
look at
start
Rebecca
somewhere.
Black.
You
She
gotta
has,
start somewhere.
Who?
Rebecca Black.
Who is?
Fun on Friday. The number worst song written ever, and she has over millions and millions of downloads and hits on.
Let me know about her in 2 years.
She's 13. She's-
Okay, all right. She'll be 15. Yeah, tell me about her in 2 years. Okay.
Okay, so you can reach me. You can email me at davidbanta, B-A-N-T-A, at myspace.com. That's a valid email, davidbanta at myspace.com.
All right.
Or you could check out my page at myspace.com/davidbanta.
All
I'd be
right.
glad to answer any of your questions.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
And I'm kind of setting up our show for next week. I'm forward promoting our show because the next show is on next week's show is on songwriting.
You're always thinking, Sam. That's
Hey,
why
baby.
I love you. Always thinking.
And I didn't get this brain for $49 in
$49.99.
in a big box store. Okay, David, thank you very much. All right, we're going to be back